we are speaking about your support system during that phase, which is great, which stood firm. But how about your wife, Bhuvneshwari Kumari? I know that she's from royal heritage. How did they take, probably she and her family members, her parents, how did they consume this data when that came out?
See, hats off to her and her family, because at that point of time, we got married only in December because of this, but stood by us and my family. Bharat goes to wife's house, but this time Bharat came to groom's house. So hats off to complete Shekhawat family, and they all, I didn't even invite a single person in my phone, because my brother said, Sri, give your phone to me. I know who called my parents and who were with you. They will be invited. That also I will think about it. And he said, I will make sure the marriage happens during the season. So that's why I got married in December. Marriage is supposed to happen in May, but then they said that we'll not wait one more year. You get married in December. We don't want those people who didn't stand by you to come and attend your marriage. And when Bhuvneshwari got pregnant, and when my daughter was born, Sreesanth was born, I think that was the best moment. That's when you realize what your parents say to you. It's so true. When we always forget, to thank our parents, and being grateful to our own people, our blood. Friends is important. Yes, friends will stand by you and all that. But when it comes to your mom and dad, whether people believe it or not, in spirituality also says that they are the real truth. Even if they scold at you, yes, there's a reason. They have all the right to do whatever you want. It's like when we shout at even knockers, like the people who work at our house, we shout at them just because we pay them. Imagine, we don't even pay them. They just gave birth to you, and it's something which I learned, and I think hats off to her for even last 6-7 years since we got married, 6.5 years now. Literally adjusting. We were in Bombay for 4 years because of my movie and my reality shows, as you said. She's somebody who came in June, I think July, and insisted on getting the Roka done. And they came home. It was a small, in my, that time I was staying in a different house opposite the stadium. She insisted. And I love what my elder brother came and told me when I was in Tihar. He told, Nenji is sleeping in the kitchen because you don't have AC here and all that. So, all that mattered to me a lot. And I was looking up to all those people out there who so fake. And when you have people who's real looking forward to meet you, that kept me going. And my mom and dad also had sent a message that we are never going to see you there. We are never going to come and meet you. Because we know at that point of time when I was inside, everybody thought I will not come out, because it's one of the most dangerous and scariest places to be. I don't want to even talk about it now. My mom and dad had this immense belief, and even Bhuvneshwari had this immense belief that my son will surely come back. He won't do anything because he doesn't even listen to the captain. How will he even listen to anyone else? That too. Kind of an amount which is what paying your phone bills at that point of time. So, and party bills were exceeding much bigger. So I think Nenji is somebody who told me to do Jhalak Dikhla Jai. I was in a shell, even though I got married, and I was not sure should I go to Bombay, because Bombay is where I got picked. And I was very scared. She took me. When I reached the Bombay airport, so many memories came back. It was not easy. She was there on my right side. People say, there is a girl behind every man. I don't believe in that. I think there is always a girl in front of you who shows you the way. I think starts with your mother, and starts with actually your grandmother, who's there with you when your mother is not around. And when grandmother is not there, your mother is there. And once that boy is grown up, then there is his wife or a girlfriend who's there, who actually guides you and tells you the right things. But when we get irritated, we don't realize sometimes the girl is actually telling the truth, but just instead of more happiness, the boy moves around here and there. So that's what happens. And when you find the right soul, they say, when the soul gets to know that you are not worth it, he just leaves. That's when all these suicides and very bad depression and running away and all happens. When the soul starts disturbing you, once the soul starts thinking that this body is not worth it, you will have all the troubles in your life. You have to make the soul believe that, like the way you asked me, she is my soulmate. Because at the end of the day, soulmate is her name is also Bhuvneshwari. My Kuladevi's name is Bhuvneshwari. I never planned to get. This is not really an arranged marriage. I met her in the ground during a match. She's still, the only thing she knows is LBW. Hardly anything. She knows a few cricketers now because she started watching a lot of matches for me. Because all of things like there was. She was the one who sent all the pictures of me wearing the towel because she's the one who convinced Pinaki Mr. Sir and all, who was my lawyer, and Rebecca ma'am. I have to thank all these people, and especially Salman Khurshid sir for, in the Supreme Court, he was the one who spoke for me. So she's the one who took the initiative of showing the videos where she's an Alan Donald fan. When he doesn't get wicket, he's very superstitious. She took that initiative of everything. She didn't sleep for hours and hours when I was in the cell. So even now, even now we are doing live. It's not easy to take care of my two kids. Hats off to her. I mean, a lot of people, it's good, we spoke about it because yesterday I was just talking to my mom and I was just telling, we don't realize. In fact, I'm writing a few things, to the modern world. I don't know how many youngsters is going to take it in the right way, but Corona, at the end of the day, whether it's a blessing in disguise. A lot of youngsters, including me, when I look back, who used to think life is short and I don't care. Come on, I know it doesn't happen that way. There is no religion, there is no country. This is just a start. More things like that will happen. It's going to happen, but we have to prepare for the worst. And one thing I want to tell every individual out there is, first and foremost, is take care of yourself. If you don't take care and love yourself, you cannot take care of anybody. There is so much. I think excellence is not a given gift. It's a skill perfected. So that's something which I am learning in the last 7 years, because my wife has been like, when I say movies is doing care, I had just signed a web series also. I was in a very good state. I was doing one Tamil movie with Hansika, which was shooting was getting ready. Then I was in the middle of another couple of ads because once the ban got lifted, just before, what I meant is 2015. So in 2015, people started. I started getting more work, and everything was fine except the cricket. But last year when cricket came, I was very enthusiastic to come back. But then in between, there is this feeling, yeah, everything is fine, I'll just retire. And my wife, the way she says is, "Kya? हाँ, cricket खेलना है. ये सब ना बाद में आ जाएंगे." So it's more like that. So I respect that fact. And even if I miss a training session, she gets really irritated. She just pushes me to. She will make sure. Now it's Corona, so I have my facilities here. Otherwise, she will make sure the security comes from upstairs, or she makes my friends call me. Nets is ready, something or other. She will make sure I am out of the house training.
You know what I like here, Sreesanth? You have got so much information to share. You're opening up to the world, and I find it very much amazing because you've turned out to be a family man. You've turned out to be very positive. You're reading a lot of books, which means you have, as you specified, experience that's counting on, and you're building on to your excellence of knowledge.
Absolutely.